Okay, so this is going to be Tuesday's assignment. You're going to go through this worksheet, and you can feel free to go ahead and sketch the scatter plot. You guys should know how to do that. Like if a student studied 1 hour and got a test score of 78, you can go ahead and mark that on this graph. But what I'm going to help show you how to do is find the linear regression, describe the slope in context, describe the y-intercept in context, and find what's called the R value, which is the correlation coefficient. So we are going to do this in a spreadsheet. And what you're going to notice is, I'm going to delete this chart. I've went ahead and I've typed the data in from the worksheet. So you're going to go ahead and type the data in. And then to select, you just kind of click on all of the words and numbers. Go to this little chart button, insert chart, and click on it. Okay, and what we want is a scatter plot, and that's what I have. If yours doesn't say scatter, just click right there. Okay, now we want to be able to, I'm going to get rid of myself. We want to be able to customize this. So click customize and go to series, trend line. And do you see how it put our trend line? This is called our best fit line. And then if you scroll down below that, we want to label, use equation, and also show R squared. So now we know our equation for test score is y equals 5.43x plus 76.4. That's our equation right here. And I don't know why in this it shows us R squared but not R. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the square root. So the square root of 0.618. That will be our R value. So 0.79. Okay, so let's go ahead. Our correlation coefficient is 0.79, and our equation is, got to remember what it was, 5.43x plus 76.4. 5.43x plus 76.4. Okay, let's describe our slope in context. So you know our slope is the 5.4. Right? Remember that from Algebra 1. So what does that slope mean? Here's what it means. You start with your x variable. So for every 1 hour of study, and it's always a 1, and then we're going to say our slope number, our test score rises by 5.43 points. So that would be the answer for describing the slope. To describe the y-intercept in concept, remember the y-intercept is on the y-axis. So how many hours did this kid study? 0 hours. So for 0 hours of study, the test score would be 76.4 points. So that kind of makes sense. If a kid didn't study, their average score, we would expect them to be about 76.4 points. Is the correlation coefficient strong? The closer this number is to +1, the stronger it is. So I would say pretty strong positive correlation. And then use the linear regression to predict a student's test score if they studied 4 hours. So all we're going to do is take our equation right here, and we're going to plug a 4 into it. So you're just going to do 5.43 times 4 plus 76.4, and I got about a 98. So about 98% on the test. And there you go. So hopefully that helps, and you're able to follow along that for questions 2 through 4.